Hi there, Mrs. DeVoe here with a lesson on syllable division. Today I'm going to be talking about the VCCV syllable division type. I'm going to show you how to do it really quick and easy, and once you know how to divide your syllables, your word into syllables, you will be able to not only read these words that you might not even know, but you will also be able to spell these words easier by knowing your syllable types and knowing how to focus on each individual syllable. So let me go ahead and show you. First thing I want you to do is have a piece of paper, a notebook, something. I want you to write a couple of these notes down. These are going to help you. I think you're even going to remember them better by you yourself writing them down as opposed to looking at a poster that I might have had up on a wall. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, get yourself a notebook, a piece of paper, maybe a highlighter or two, different colors always works well. Go ahead and grab those materials. All right, hopefully you have your materials. I want you on one of those sheets of paper to go ahead and draw this very, very large 7. I want you to use the whole piece of paper. You're going to make a block-shaped 7, and along the top, I want you to divide the top portion of that 7 into 3 spaces. Once you divide the top part into 3 spaces, use the long part of that 7 to make the 4 remainder spaces, the remaining spaces. So you should have 7 spaces together in this number 7. All right, pause the video whenever you need to, catch up if I'm moving too quickly. The first space I want you to label as closed. This is closed syllable I'm talking about here. These are the 7 syllable types. The first one is closed. The second syllable we discuss is open. I only want you to label those 2 for now. Just label the 2, closed and open. And even if you would like to, I have given you some examples right here. At. You'll notice my vowels are in red. That's important. You need to be able to identify your vowels as soon as you see these syllables in effort to tell what kind of syllable you're looking at and what sound that vowel is going to make. All right? So go ahead, label your closed and open syllables. Go ahead and include these examples on your notebook. And so now you know there's 7 different syllable types. I only talked about the first 2, closed and open. You will sometimes have a reminder if you are looking at a syllable and you need a helpful hint. Someone might go closed and help you think, okay, that's a closed syllable. And I know that closed syllables make short vowel sounds. If you have a syllable, and I'm using real words here, because a syllable can either be a part of a word or a whole word, but it has a talking vowel. All right, it has a vowel that makes a sound. So you might be looking at a syllable, N-O-T. Most of you are going to know that this spells not, but how do you know that that O makes an ah sound instead of an O sound? You already do this in your head. You already know this, but here's the rule behind what you already know. I want you to identify your vowel. O is your vowel here. And once you have found your vowel, you need to ask yourself, does anything come after that vowel? Well, yeah, a T here comes after the vowel. This T is closing the door on this O, this vowel. All right, so sometimes you might even think of this vowel here as a door. All right, so this T is a consonant that is closing the door on this vowel, making this vowel say its short vowel sound. Ah, all right? Okay, that's closed syllable. That's all there is to it. A syllable that a consonant that comes after the vowel, closing the door, making this vowel say its short vowel sound. Well, what happens if we open up this vowel? Because we just talked about closed. Now let's talk about open. I'm getting rid of that consonant after my vowel, and now I still have an O here, but is this O saying ah still? It's not. It's not saying ah, and now it's saying it's long vowel sound. Now it says O, all right? And we mark that right here with a macron, all right? This macron is the straight line, the brev before it. When this was not, and we had a consonant closing the door, we were using a brev to mark that short vowel sound. You've probably seen macrons and brevs. Sometimes these look like the smile on a smiley face. All right, no need to include the eyes. You just need the straight line or the smile line. All right, so this was our closed syllable, and I opened it up, and we already talked about this O now says O, and that's because the door's wide open. It has all of this room now to say its long vowel sound. The O no longer says ah, it says O. All right, and you're going to find this in all of the open syllables. You have B, you have let's do this one right here. P-R-O. We have two consonants before the vowel, but do we have anything after the vowel? We don't have anything after the vowel. It's still wide open, making this vowel say its name, all right? Closed syllables and open syllables. Once you know those, you are ready to start dividing these words into syllables. So now we're taking words that are 2 syllables and putting them together so that you can decode them. You can figure out what these words are. Now, even if you know what this word is, don't say it out loud quite yet. You might be looking at an Explode the Code lesson, either in book 4 or 4.5, but I'm starting at the very beginning here. So this is lesson 1. All right, so you might be looking at this word right here, at the very top of your lesson. There are a few steps to syllable division, not difficult though. Write these steps down in that notebook or that piece of paper that you had, all right? Your first step, mark your vowels, all right? Write number 1, mark your vowels, all right? Altogether, there's only 5 steps here. What are my vowels in this word? Okay, we have T-R, U is a vowel. I'm gonna mark this vowel by just putting a little V for vowel under it. All right, so I look. Here's another vowel. I have E. All right, remember your vowel letters are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. We're going to get to that sometimes Y next time. Once you have marked your vowels with that little V right under them, your second step is to build a bridge, right? Build a bridge, step number 2. Build your bridge. That sounds silly, right? All you're going to do is you are going to connect the points of the V. I made this silly willy little line here connecting the 2 V's, and that is our bridge. Nothing too complicated, right? That was step 2. Step 3, mark the consonants on the bridge, right? All right, you're writing step number 3, mark consonants on the bridge. So we're just looking at the consonants that are between these 2 vowels, right? We have an M, M is a consonant, and we have a P, P is a consonant also. So there, I have my V, C, C, V pattern. This is a pattern that you're going to get used to seeing. This V, C, C, V pattern gets divided. It gets karate chopped right down the center of those consonants, right? So here we go, kaya, right there. And we're left with 2 syllables, each syllable on each side of the line, right? We have T-R-U-M. Now, we looked at the different syllable types, and I want you to ask yourself, where's my vowel, and does anything come after that vowel? Well, you already labeled this U as a vowel. Does anything come after it? It sure does. There's a consonant after it. Remember, that consonant is closing the door. Once you close the door, you know that that's a short vowel sound. You know that U is not going to say U. It's going to say right? So you can mark it with that brev. That means that that's going to make a short vowel sound. Come on over here to your next syllable, P-E-T. Which letter was my vowel? E was my vowel. Do we have anything after that E? We sure do. We have a T that comes after that E, closing the door. This is another closed syllable. So we can mark this syllable with a brev also, meaning that that E is going to say eh. It's not going to say E. So we have the first syllable, trum. Second syllable, pet. Put them together, you have trumpet. All right? Let's take a look at one more word. The next word on that lesson is B-O-N-N-E-T. If you didn't print this page, write these words in your notebook. You don't have to print this page. You can write these down in your notebook and divide them just like we are, right? B-O-N-N-E-T. All right? So let's get back to our steps. You wrote down, the last step was mark consonants on the bridge. Fourth step was divide, and you are using this VCCV division pattern. There's many different division patterns. That's the one we're focusing on in this lesson. So your fourth step was divide. Your fifth step was to label the vowels with a brev or a macron, all right? That's that smiley face for the short, and then the long vowel is the macron, and that uses that straight line right there. Getting back to B-O-N-N-E-T, the steps are the same. First step, mark your vowels. What are my vowels here? I have O, I have E. Next step, build your bridge. That just connects the points on each of those V's for vowel. We're going to mark our consonants that are on the bridge. I'm not even really paying attention to the consonants that are not on the bridge. I'm focusing on the consonants that are on the bridge. We have an N, that's a consonant, and we have another N. That's a consonant also. We're using the same VCCV syllable division pattern where we karate chop right in between those two consonants, those two N's right there. Looking at our first syllable, we have B-O-N. The O is my vowel, and I have a consonant after it, closing the door. This is a closed syllable. I'm going to mark that short, ah. Take a look at our next syllable. E is our vowel here. Do we have anything closing the door? We sure do. So this E is going to make a short vowel sound also. Let's take a look. We have bon, net. All right? Try not to make this more difficult than what it is. If the step doesn't, if the word, you divide this word and you still can't figure out what it is, use the rest of the sentence that you're maybe reading to decode that word. But usually by using these syllable division steps, you will be able to figure out what that word is that you are trying to read. All right? Go ahead and practice with the rest of lesson 1. There's many different ways to practice. The last page in that lesson gives you a quick, what I call a spelling drill, and I would like for you to try to not look back in the lesson at the words that you've been practicing, but I want you to listen to those syllables. If it wants you to spell the word trumpet, listen, trum and pet, and once you spell those syllables and you put them together, you have that word, all right? Go ahead, give it a try, guys. Good luck with lesson 1, and I will do a short video on lesson 2 also. So I'll see you next time.